In the world of architecture, there's a style that commands attention. It's characterized by raw concrete, geometric shapes, and monumental scale. Some dismiss it as unattractive and soulless, associating it with the bourgeoisie. But some see beyond its bold exteriors, finding a unique beauty, a sincere design ethos, and an embodiment of practical functionality. Today, let's explore brutalist architecture in depth. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Brutalist architecture, a style prevalent from the 1950s to the 1970s, is characterized by its raw concrete or brick, geometric shapes, and emphasis on functionality. Originating in England, brutalism swiftly gained popularity worldwide as a variation of modernist architecture. This term was not coined by a specific architect, but was popularized by the architectural critic René Banham. Banham used the term to define the architectural method linked with architects Alison and Peter Smithson. He humorously altered the French phrase to illustrate the dislike for this concrete-focused architecture among the British populace. However, brutalist architecture didn't arise without reason. Architects embraced this style in response to the extensive destruction caused by the war, which necessitated substantial reconstruction effort. In turn, architects prioritized practicality, efficiency, and cost-effectiveness in their designs. The need for housing and urban planning solutions after the war led to the development of large-scale, functional, and affordable housing. This demand led to the rise of modernist and later brutalist designs. In the context of brutalism, it means prioritizing functionality and ethical material usage over decorative or stylistic concerns. The brutalist movement valued simple and practical design, rejecting unnecessary decoration for a straightforward and functional look. Historically, brutalist architecture was influenced by the modernist movement, aiming to depart from traditional architectural styles by embracing new materials and construction methods. After World War II, widespread rebuilding efforts prompted architects to choose concrete as a practical and readily accessible material. At first, brutalist architecture appeared in low-cost housing projects inspired by socialist ideals. But it quickly expanded its influence worldwide, especially in Eastern Europe. Furthermore, the practical approach of brutalism became a defining feature in the construction of significant public buildings. These architectural principles naturally integrated into institutional settings, shaping the design of provincial legislatures, public works projects, universities, libraries, courts, and city halls. Its strong aesthetic, focusing on raw materials, became synonymous with the seriousness needed for institutions. The popularity of brutalist architecture began to decline in the 1970s, as it was often seen as cold and austere, and associated with totalitarianism. However, nowadays, brutalist architecture has found renewed interest and is often featured in films and television series depicting urban dystopias. The primary criticisms of brutalist architecture often revolve around its aesthetics. Detractors argue that the large and solid buildings made of raw concrete aren't visually appealing. The raw and utilitarian appearance, characterized by geometric shapes, can be perceived as harsh and uninviting, leading to a divide in opinions on its beauty. However, a significant factor contributing to the decline in popularity of brutalist architecture has been the deterioration of the raw concrete used in construction over time. This deterioration, resulting from water damage and the effects of time, has made these buildings less visually appealing than before. Due to the use of inexpensive materials, practical issues have arisen from metal reinforcements rusting within many brutalist architectural pieces, frequently leading to their classification among the world's ugliest buildings. Additionally, Their rectangular forms, inhuman scales, and colorless exteriors can make people feel distant, depressing, and stifling. Another concern is that high-rise buildings and concentrated living spaces, sometimes perceived as contributing to social problems and isolation, might become associated with issues such as criminal activity and poverty. In socialist and communist countries, brutalist architecture became popular because it matched modern ideas and was practical. Its affordability made it well-suited for large-scale construction projects undertaken by socialist and communist governments. However, over time, perceptions of brutalist architecture evolved, with some associating it with the characteristics of totalitarian regimes. Brutalist architecture typically uses unpainted concrete or brick to highlight the natural beauty of these materials. Besides concrete, brutalist architecture may also include steel, timber, and glass in its designs. While concrete is often a key material, these others are used to enhance the overall appearance. However, it's worth noting that not every concrete building is brutalist architecture. And not all brutalist designs are solely made of concrete. In brutalist architecture, you won't find many organic shapes. Instead, the focus is on combining standardized and geometric elements to create a unified design. These structures often feature simple, block-like forms, appearing as large and imposing entities. Therefore, brutalist architecture may give off a feeling of oppression. That's why it's often seen in films and television series depicting urban dystopias. The massive and fortress-like look of brutalist buildings can represent authority or control, fitting well with stories where powerful groups dominate society. Brutalist architecture emphasizes functionality, due to the need for efficient rebuilding after the war. Architects sought simplicity over ornate styles of the past. This resulted in the use of a monochromatic palette, typically featuring a single color, or shades within the grayscale spectrum. This approach accentuates the severe geometric shapes that are characteristic of brutalist architecture, further emphasizing its raw and unembellished aesthetic. In summary, brutalist architecture is characterized by its emphasis on functionality, simplicity, and raw aesthetic. From its origins in post-war reconstruction, to its enduring influence on cityscapes, brutalism continues to provoke debate and inspire fascination. Whether people appreciate its boldness or critique its simple aesthetic, it's undeniable that brutalist architecture has left a lasting impact on the built environment. When encountering these imposing structures, let us appreciate the ingenuity and vision behind brutalism, and consider the dialogue it sparks about the intersection of form, function, and beauty in architecture. In the description box, you'll find an article about brutalist architecture. Click the link if you want to learn more about it. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you soon.